Welcome to Healthy Aging Essentials, where every day is a new opportunity to live more deeply, more healthfully, and more peacefully as we age. Have you ever found yourself waking up at 2:30 in the morning while the rest of the world is still asleep, simply because of an overwhelming urge to go to the bathroom? Maybe you blamed it on getting older or drinking too much water before bed. But have you ever considered that the real culprit might be a small handful of nuts you had with your afternoon tea? Some nuts help you relax and fall asleep more easily, but others quietly disrupt your sleep rhythm, waking you up night after night without you even realizing why. They don't make a fuss, they just gently pull your sleep apart little by little. Picture yourself lying in bed at 2:30 a.m. There's no noise, no bad dreams. Just your body nudging you out of bed again. And by the time you return to your pillow, sleep has already slipped away. You feel tired, not just from one rough night, but from the same cycle that repeats itself over and over again. Wake up. Go to the bathroom, try to fall back asleep, but can't. You begin to think maybe this is just part of aging. But what you may not have considered is that the harmless little snack you enjoy each afternoon could be silently affecting your rest. A handful of nuts, maybe salted cashews, walnuts, or roasted peanuts paired with a hot cup of tea, or just something to munch on while watching TV. And yet some of those nuts contain compounds that gently stimulate the bladder or throw off your kidney's natural nighttime rhythm. Ironically, those same nuts, when chosen wisely at the right time and in the right way, can become powerful allies in your journey to better sleep. We're not here to tell you to give up nuts. We're here to share a simpler, smarter way to enjoy them, one that works in harmony with a body that's changing with time. If you've been on a journey to reclaim your peaceful nights, to sleep deeper longer, and without those quiet 2 a.m. interruptions, then today's video might just change the way you snack forever. But before we get into which nuts to enjoy and which to avoid, we need to understand what's really happening inside your body as you age. And that's exactly where we're heading next, to gently unpack the signals your body has been sending all along in a way that's clear, comforting, and easy to understand. Coming up, part 1, why nighttime urination increases with age. We just talked about how something as small as a handful of nuts can quietly impact your sleep. But to truly understand why that happens, we need to pause and listen to what the body is trying to tell us, especially as we enter our 60s and beyond, because that's when subtle shifts begin to affect how we rest each night. Have you noticed that the older you get, the more likely you are to wake up in the middle of the night, not because of noise or discomfort, but simply to use the bathroom, even if your bladder isn't actually full? Many people assume that's just a normal part of aging. And yes, that's partly true. But behind that assumption is a deeper biological story that most people never get to hear. It begins with a hormone called vasopressin, a vital hormone that helps your body retain water while you sleep. When we're young, vasopressin works efficiently, signaling the kidneys to slow urine production during the night, allowing for deep, uninterrupted rest. But after age 60, this hormone naturally declines and the kidneys don't hold water as well, leading to more frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. And there's more. The nerves around your bladder become more sensitive with age. Where your bladder once waited until it was truly full before sending the time to go signal, now even a small amount can trigger the urge and wake you from sleep. Have you ever been sleeping peacefully only to suddenly wake up with a vague urge and after going to the bathroom realize it was just a few drops? That's what happens when the bladder's nerves become overactive. And it gets even more likely when your body is also trying to process certain types of troublemaker foods before bed. Specifically foods that are high in oil salt or act as natural diuretics, like watermelon celery or sugary fruit juices, can all activate these nighttime signals, even when the bladder isn't truly full. But here's something important to hold on to. This is not your fault, and it's not something you're destined to just live with forever. Understanding how your body is changing is the first step. The step that allows you to make wiser, kinder choices around your habits, your meals, and your rest. Not to fight against aging, but to walk alongside it more gently, more consciously. So if your body is already shifting in these ways, what role does the type of nut and the timing of when you eat it play in your ability to sleep through the night? Let's continue on to the next part to explore the science behind different types of nuts and why some may support peaceful sleep while others might quietly disrupt it. Part 2, the science of nuts and sleep. We have just explored why after the age of 60, your body tends to wake you more often during the night. But here's something many people don't realize. It's not just the body that changes. The things you eat, it also start affecting you differently. And among them, nuts, which many assume to be healthy, may actually play a much bigger role in whether you sleep soundly or spend your nights restless and waking up. Not all nuts are created equal, especially when you eat them in the evening. You might think, how much harm could a small handful of nuts possibly do? But when your body is aging, digestion slows down. The bladder becomes more sensitive and the kidneys start working in a different rhythm than when you were younger. Then even the smallest choices like your late afternoon snack can have a big impact on how well you sleep. Some nuts are high in oxalates, natural compounds that can irritate the lining of the bladder and over time even contribute to kidney stone formation if consumed frequently. For older adults with a less efficient excretory system, these oxalates may cause more noticeable reactions leading to nighttime urgency and disrupted sleep. Then there's the salt factor. Many roasted salted nuts, while delicious, are packed with sodium, which increases thirst. When you drink more fluids in the evening to quench that thirst, your kidneys are forced to stay active at a time when they should be slowing down. And once again, you find yourself getting out of bed at 2 a.m. Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine, also offers a unique insight. It considers certain nuts to be heating in nature, meaning they increase the body's internal temperature and stimulate metabolism. That's great during the day when you're active, but not so great at night when your body needs to cool down and ease into rest. Instead of calming you, these warming nuts may actually be keeping you awake. And here's another detail. Many overlook the timing of when you eat nuts. After sunset, your body naturally shifts into rest mode. Your digestion slows, enzymes decrease, and your stomach needs lighter, gentler food. But if you introduce heavy, oily, or harder to digest nuts during this time, your digestive system is forced to keep working exactly when it should be winding down. All of these factors, from chemical composition to timing, may seem small, but they add up to a bigger picture. Are you sleeping deeply or waking up multiple times each night? Which nuts will become your gentle allies for better sleep, and which ones should you be more cautious about, especially now that your body is changing with age? Up next are 7 types of nuts that support deep, uninterrupted sleep and 7 others that may be quietly working against it. Some of them may surprise you. Let's dive into the details, starting with the nuts that can truly become your nighttime companions if you know how to use them at the right time, in the right amount, and in the right way. If sleep is one of life's most precious gifts, then sometimes the smallest things are the key to keeping that gift intact. And on the journey to restoring restful sleep in midlife, these tiny seeds and nuts might be the gentle allies you never knew you needed. Part 3. 7 nuts that help reduce nighttime urination and improve sleep. Almonds. Often called the gentle friend of sleep, almonds are rich in magnesium and vitamin E, 2 nutrients that help relax the smooth muscles around the bladder and stabilize blood sugar levels through the night. This is especially important for older adults or anyone managing prediabetes. How to use. Soak 5 to 7 almonds around 5 p.m., peel them and chew thoroughly. Avoid eating them cold, as chilled foods can slow digestion. 2. Foxnuts macana. In India, this nut is lovingly referred to as the peaceful evening snack. Naturally low in oil and salt, easy to digest, and non-bloating fox nuts are ideal for a light bite before bedtime. How to use. Lightly roast them with ghee and a pinch of cumin for a warming effect. Eat them before 7 p.m. to avoid late-night heaviness. 3. Pistachios. These small green gems are packed with potassium, which helps relax the urinary tract's smooth muscles, reducing that sense of urgency that often wakes you at night. They also offer mild anti-inflammatory benefits for the bladder, something older adults especially need. How to use. Eat around 28 grams of unsalted pistachios, ideally between 4:30 and 5:00 p.m. Have you tried any of these nuts before? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might just help someone else sleep more peacefully tonight. 4. Flax seeds. Don't be fooled by their tiny size. Flax seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, offering strong anti-inflammatory benefits for the bladder, joints, and nervous system. They also support the body's natural melatonin production, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. How to use. Lightly roast 1 teaspoon and mix into warm milk or a small evening snack around 5:30. 6:00 p.m. 5. Sesame seeds. According to traditional medicine, sesame seeds are known for their ability to support hormonal balance, especially in postmenopausal women, thanks to compounds like lignans, calcium, and healthy fats. They also soothe digestion and may help reduce nighttime bathroom trips when used correctly. How to use. Enjoy them after dinner as a sweet sesame ball laddu, or blend a small amount of ground sesame into your early evening snack. Some people add them to warm milk, but if you're sensitive to fluids at night, it's best to avoid drinking liquids after 7 p.m. Listen to your body. If even small amounts of liquid trigger nighttime urination for you, it's wiser to consume sesame in dry or solid form before 6:30 p.m. 6. Pumpkin seeds. For men, an enlarged prostate is one of the most common causes of nighttime urination. Pumpkin seeds rich in zinc and phytosterols support prostate health and help soothe an overactive bladder. A small handful in the late afternoon can be effective without causing bloating. 7. Brazil nuts. Though not large in size, Brazil nuts are superstars when it comes to selenium, a mineral known for its anti-inflammatory properties, hormonal balance, and support for the adrenal glands. When your endocrine system is in balance, sleep tends to become more stable as well. However, only 1 to 2 small Brazil nuts are needed in the afternoon. Their selenium content is high, and a little goes a long way. We've just covered the nuts that may gently support better sleep if you choose the right ones at the right time and prepare them in ways that suit your body. But on the flip side, some nuts, even the ones that seem perfectly healthy, can quietly disrupt your rest, especially when eaten after 7 p.m. After discovering the 7 types of nuts that can actually support better sleep, you might be wondering, what about the ones I should avoid at night? Because sometimes the very thing that's quietly stealing your sleep is something you've always believed to be harmless. Part 4, 7 nuts to avoid at night to prevent frequent urination. 1. Peanuts. There's no denying it. Peanuts are a favorite for many, especially when roasted to a golden crisp, sprinkled with a bit of salt, and paired with a cozy cup of tea. But for older adults, this snack can quickly turn into a recipe for sleep disruption. Rich in oils and salt, peanuts can cause bloating, thirst, and a rise in body temperature, all of which increase the chances of waking up during the night. 2. Cashews. Cashews may taste soft and buttery, but they're high in oxalates, a compound known to irritate the bladder lining. Traditional Eastern medicine also considers cashews to have a heating quality, which can make falling asleep harder when consumed too close to bedtime. For those with slower digestion or sensitivity to bloating, cashews in the evening may be worth skipping. 3. Walnuts. While walnuts contain natural melatonin, they can also lead to gas buildup during digestion, especially if eaten late. This internal pressure can trick your body into thinking you need to use the bathroom, waking you up unnecessarily even if your bladder isn't full. 4. Chia seeds. Tiny but powerful chia seeds can absorb up to 10 times their weight in water. Once in your stomach, they swell, putting pressure on your digestive system and bladder. For those with sensitive stomachs, chia seeds can also cause bloating, making it hard to get comfortable and drift into deep sleep. 5. Salted mixed nuts. Most store-bought nut mixes are heavily salted and coated in oil. The extra sodium can lead to intense thirst and even disrupt the production of vasopressin, the hormone that helps your body retain water overnight. When vasopressin doesn't function well, your kidneys make more urine, which means more nighttime trips to the bathroom. 6. Sunflower seeds. Those small sunflower seeds are dense in fat and sodium. Eaten at night, they can cause heaviness, thirst, and sluggish digestion, forcing your body to work overtime just when it should be winding down. 7. Chestnuts. Chestnuts are high in starch, much like potatoes. If eaten too late, especially when roasted or boiled, they can be hard to digest and cause gas buildup, leaving you bloated and restless in bed, unable to find a comfortable position to sleep. If you care about natural sleep and aging well, don't miss the upcoming videos from Healthy Aging Essentials, where we share easy-to-follow tips you can use at home to feel more grounded, rested, and well. So now you know which nuts to avoid at night, but that's only half the story. To truly enjoy the benefits of those good-for-you nuts, timing and preparation matter just as much. Let's talk about when and how to eat them to avoid sleep disruptions. There's one crucial detail often overlooked when it comes to getting deep, restful sleep. In midlife, the timing of eating nuts matters just as much as the type of nuts you choose. You could be reaching for the healthiest seeds and nuts, but if you eat them at the wrong time, what's meant to be beneficial might quietly become a burden on your digestion and sleep, especially as we age when our bodies begin shifting into a different biological rhythm. Part 5, when and how to eat nuts to prevent nighttime urination. Here's a golden rule you can start applying today. Eat nuts before 6 to 7 p.m. That's the window when your digestive system is still active enough to process the healthy fats, proteins, and fibers in nuts without leaving you feeling bloated or uncomfortable when it's time to lie down. Because after sunset, your body starts preparing for rest. Stomach acid and natural digestive enzymes gradually decrease, making it harder to break down nutrient-dense foods like nuts. If you eat them too late, especially close to bedtime, you might feel heavy, gassy, or find yourself waking up in the middle of the night to urinate even if you didn't drink much water. So it's not just about when you eat, but also how you prepare these nuts that can significantly impact your sleep. Take almonds, for example. Try soaking them around 5 p.m. to reduce phytic acid and soften their texture. Simply peel them and chew slowly. The result, a lighter, more relaxed feeling in your stomach, like a gentle gift to help you rest more deeply. For other seeds like flax sesame or pumpkin, light roasting or serving at room temperature helps your body absorb them better. Avoid eating them cold, chilled foods, slow down digestion and make your body work harder just when it should be winding down. Here's another important tip that many people miss. Don't pair nuts with water-rich fruits, milk, or other hard-to-digest foods at night. These combinations can ferment in your gut, create gas, and increase pressures on your bladder, often just as you're trying to fall asleep. If you've ever wondered why you're still waking up at 3 a.m., even on nights when you didn't drink much, there's a good chance your so-called healthy snack just wasn't eaten the right way. Knowing when and how to eat nuts properly is a solid step toward reclaiming your natural sleep. But of course, nuts are only one piece of the bigger picture. To truly enjoy deeper, more consistent sleep each night, you need to create an evening routine that is gentle, predictable, and aligned with your body's natural rhythm. And that's exactly what we'll explore next in part 6, building a nighttime routine that supports restful sleep. You've probably heard this saying before. A good night's sleep is the best medicine, no prescription needed. But in the rush of modern life, how do we preserve that sleep night after night without interruption? We've just explored the foods that can affect your rest and how eating certain nuts at the right time might help you avoid those disruptive nighttime bathroom visits. But the truth is, nutrition is just one piece of the puzzle. The real magic lies in what you do before bedtime, the gentle habits that help your body glide into rest mode peacefully, deeply, and consistently. Let's begin with one of the simplest yet most effective steps: eat dinner before 7 p.m. No need for fancy meals, just something light, easy to digest, and not too greasy. Because after 7, your digestive system begins to slow down. If you eat too late, your stomach is still working while you're trying to sleep, and that's when bloating, reflux, and restless tossing tend to creep in. Next comes hydration. Water is essential, but after 8 p.m., it's wise to slow down. You don't need to cut it off completely. Just take small sips if you feel thirsty. The more water you drink late in the evening, the harder your bladder works overnight. And once your sleep gets broken even briefly, you lose access to the deepest, most restorative part of your rest. There's also a lesser-known tip that can make a surprising difference. Try sleeping on your left side. This position eases pressure on the bladder, supports lymph flow, and allows your stomach and liver to function more gently through the night. It's a small adjustment that can reduce those middle-of-the-night wake-ups significantly. And finally, let's talk about your pillow. A pillow that's too high can strain your neck. Too flat, and blood may pool uncomfortably around your head. Choose a pillow that follows your natural neck curve, and if possible, place a thin cushion under your knees or beside your waist for full body ease. These small adjustments, eating early, drinking mindfully, sleeping in the right position, may seem simple, but they form a quiet foundation for protecting your sleep without needing pills, devices, or expensive treatments. If you believe that growing older is a chance to live more deeply and peacefully, subscribe to Healthy Aging Essentials and let each evening become a gentle return to restful, uninterrupted sleep. After everything we've shared, you might be wondering, where should I begin? The truth is, the answer is much simpler than you think. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't need to follow a strict routine or aim for some perfect lifestyle. Instead, begin with small shifts, ones that genuinely suit your own body. For example, if you're thinking about adding nuts to your evening meals to support better sleep, just start with 1 or 2 types that your body digests well, like almonds or sesame seeds. Try a small amount, eat them at the right time, and then simply observe how your body responds over the next few days. Not every nut works the same for every person. Some may feel light and relaxed after eating a few toasted flax seeds. Others might find that just a small amount of sesame seeds with milk causes bloating or more frequent nighttime urination. That's not a failure. It's simply your body whispering in its own language. The most important thing is to listen to your body with patience and understanding. See each night as a gentle opportunity to take better care of yourself. There's no greater goal than waking up in the morning feeling truly rested, clear-headed, and softly energized from within. And if you're stepping into midlife or already past the halfway mark of your journey, remember, the goal is not to fight aging. We don't need to chase our youth, and we don't have to. What's truly valuable is learning how to live in harmony with ourselves in this new version of who we are. Calmer, deeper, yet still strong and whole. It's not a battle against time. It's a journey with time. Walk gently, steadily, and wisely. If you've stayed with me until now, chances are you're also seeking a softer space, one where you feel heard, understood, and supported in living with greater depth each day. So subscribe to Healthy Aging Essentials, where we don't just share knowledge, we offer inspiration to live well, age gently, and find peace in your own rhythm. From the bottom of my heart, thank you truly for being here. Your time, your presence, your quiet listening, they mean more than words can say. May you live each breath in peace, stand strong through life's changes, and may every night's sleep be a gentle renewal for your mind and body. Health is not just the absence of illness, it is the deep, quiet harmony within you.